calls,
you'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. Show must go on. Show must go on. Hey, callers calling in today, 757-1320. I got a different headset on, so I really can't hear. Just grab a pair of pliers and I'll try to get this toggle up.
Okay.
All right, so, I got it. Never mind. Fingers of steel. All right, I'm back. There's my lucky headset. All right, I'm in. Okay, so today is Wednesday, the 26th of June. It is a beautiful sunny day, maybe a little hot, but just take a cold shower, turn the sprinkler on, run underneath it. Don't whine. We had the longest winter with those hurricanes and Sandy and Storm, Nemo was his name? So just enjoy your day, have fun. Hope all the fathers had a great Father's Day. I did. It was a good time. My family and I went down to the beach, grabbed some seafood. So we're going to have a typical Medicare and You, talk about Medicare. We're going to talk about the exchange. I actually have to talk about the exchange because it's coming quickly. We're going to talk about situations for renewals. You HR people out there, you're going to be having renewals, and they're important, so I'm going to go over that. We'll take the callers first because that's the most important thing. Are you the listeners? Caller on line 1. Thank you for patiently waiting. Michael Regan, how are you?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Good. Stephanie, what a party.
We had a great time on Saturday. It was such a success. Thank you to everyone who came by and supported the museum and joined us in our summer fling. It was a really exciting evening.
So much fun. So much fun. We danced. My wife and I I was sweating at one point. I was dancing so hard.
I saw you out there with Diana and with Mary Griffin, one of our board members, and yeah, you guys looked like you were having a great time.
Yes, we were, and I was well in control, stuck it to a couple beers. I was driving, always had a glass of water after each beer. The food was phenomenal. You got to be responsible. I'm a dad of 8-year-old twins, so the tie one on, well, I tied a little one on, not too crazy, but I had fun. The most important thing was the museum did such a great job in organizing the event. The place looked great. It was packed, over 100 people. One of my dear friends on the board, no names, but she got a little injured, so I hope she is recovering well. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Great lady. Her son and her son's pretty wife were there, so I asked, and they said, well, she's recovering, but a little shout out to her. Hope she's doing well. What do you have on the agenda for the Mattatuck Minute, and what's in store for our listening crowd for, I guess, the month of July coming up?
Yeah, well, we have one event on Saturday that I just want to mention briefly.
Okay.
It's story time in the galleries. I think we talked about this.
Yes, Saturday, June 29th at 10 to 11.
That's right, Mike.
Let's plug that.
You were on the ball.
Of course.
So parents, grandparents bringing down their 3 to 5-year-olds to hear stories in the gallery, which is very exciting. And on that same note, this is also the first week of our summer youth art program. We have 2 more weeks of that coming up, the week of July 8th and the week of July 15th. And that's for kids 5 to 12, and they're going to be here for either the full day or just a half-day session with some of our artists and our education department, learning, creating art, coming through the galleries. So that's a really exciting program that we're offering this year for the kids in the area.
And is that Miss Stephanie Coakley's program?
It is, yes.
Nice.
Stephanie and our new employee, Megan Malcolm.
Oh, yes. I was lucky enough to meet Megan at the last board meeting.
Yes.
What a
They're
lovely
both
lady. She's intelligent. She was a little shy, too, which was good for us. We don't need too many overconfident people.
That's right.
We need some workers, too. All right. So I hope you enjoyed yourself even though, by the way, you were working tirelessly. I saw you really working hard that evening. So you earned your paycheck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So for the listeners out there that might be new, this is Stephanie Harris. She takes care of all the marketing at the Mattatuck Museum. The reason we do the Mattatuck Minute is because art is important. It's good for my seniors to get out there and see the beautiful museum. Always make sure you join if you're not a member. We've got First Thursdays, which are jazzed throughout the summer. That's always important. When is the first Thursday? This July what?
Well, we don't do a July 1st Thursday because it falls right on that.
Oh, forget it. Everyone's going to be on
holiday.
vacation. Sure, smart
That's
thinking.
Right. But August 1st Thursday is August 1st this month, or that month, and it's going to be in the courtyard, which is exciting.
And is it on August 1st?
It is, yeah.
Our anniversary, you and I.
That's right.
All right.
That's
Rock and roll, Stephanie Harris. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Bye-bye. All right. Caller on line 2, so patiently waiting. Michael Regan, how you doing?
Hi, good afternoon, Michael.
Thank you so much for patiently waiting. I'm sorry, it's literally been like 12 minutes, so thank you very much.
Was it that long? I didn't think so.
Well,
you're an interesting guy. Matter of fact, I saw a picture in the paper of you with your wife. You're a very sharp-looking couple. You're a lot younger looking than you sound over the phone. But anyways, I have a good friend of mine. His wife put in for retirement.
Okay.
She was actually 65 already. Be 66 in February.
Okay, let me start taking some notes. She's how young? Going to be 65 when?
No, she already turned 65 this past February. She'll be 66 next February.
Okay. Does she work full time?
For many years, asked anybody who wanted to put in for voluntary retirement, which she had, and unexpectedly, she did that 7 weeks ago. They called her in the office last week and said, as of this Friday, this week, she will be retired.
Okay.
Now, her husband was on her benefits. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, Michael, is I'm going to you can give me your phone number because I've had other friends of mine that have talked with you and come to your office, and they were very pleased you've saved them money. And so I'm basically, maybe I shouldn't even be telling you all this over the air. Probably
no, because
the best
your
thing would be
situation.
Just to get your phone number, and I'll have them call you for. And is a consultation free or something?
Absolutely, but let's talk about this on the airwaves because the Fabergé effect happens where they tell two friends and they tell two friends. Your question is something on seniors' minds. So,
right. Well, what they're going through right now because of such a short notice of last Friday.
There's no problem. They have plenty of time. Don't worry.
Well, she has a grace period with her benefits, but her husband was on her benefits, and his Medicare was secondary. Well, now he's going to be out of benefits, so he was a little frantic, if something happens, God forbid, and the time that her Medicare kicks in or her benefits run out, if something should happen to him.
Okay, let me ask you 2 simple questions. Does your friend who's retired, the male that was on her benefits, does he have Medicare A and Medicare B?
Also, he told me was he had secondary, and if he had surgery, it would pick up the difference.
Okay, so most likely, how young do you guesstimate he is?
We're the same age. He's 66.
Okay, so if he confirms that he has Part B, he can start with a new plan. And thanks for the plug, by the way. That was very nice of you. He could start with a new plan for July 1st. Because the wife, does she work for a big firm or a small group?
Wow, huge corporation.
Okay, so they're going to be over 20, correct? Is that guesstimate to say?
They're going to be over what?
Over 20 full-time employees?
Oh, yeah, hundreds.
Okay. She has, and are you ready for this quick answer? And we're going to get a better thorough answer at the office. But she has, and my coworker Jean right now is smiling because she's even smarter than me. She has an SEP, a special enrollment period. She will get 63 days from July 1st when her benefits cease. She can take COBRA, Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, COBRA. She can take COBRA for the month of July if she can't get down to Social Security quick enough. But what she could do is she simply calls Social Security at 1-877-405-4874, or she can call my office. Kristen's very good at the office with this.
Michael, what was the last 4 numbers?
Sorry for going too fast.
877-405-4874.
That's 51 North Elm Street, the local Social Security office.
I think they went there yesterday, though, because
Perfect.
they're very responsible people. They own a beautiful home. And
okay, so she's going to...
But she has a 7-week grace period, I think, also after she retired with her...
63 days. I know the exact legal answer. 7 weeks sounds pretty, but it's 63 days. Okay. So the grace period...
Well, the other question was that we were wondering about, because I called my wife, who still works, and I'm in the same situation as him, and when she turned 65, like he did and when I did, which was last year, we automatically got the Medicare card in the mail. And
right.
She never got hers.
Right, that's because she was actively at work and her carrier was so large. She got A when she turned 65. That's called initial coverage election period. So the month that she turned 65, she has a red, white, and blue card that has A on it.
No, she never received that in the mail.
No, shame on Social Security then, because you have to. As long as she's a legal citizen and then she's worked 40 fully satisfied quarters or 10 years, she's eligible for Medicare A at turning 65. It's a federal guideline.
Oh, well, that was the other problem that he was asking me about yesterday, and I wasn't sure. I remember getting mine, like he got his, but she claimed she never got hers in the mail, and that's where...
It's a piece of cake.
Yeah, well, anyways, Michael, why don't you just give me your work number?
Will do. And also, there's a form you're going to ask Kristen or Jean to get you. It's a form that they need to bring to their employer. So your friend... the woman who is currently employed still until, I guess, Friday or something.
Right.
She needs to get the form to the HR person. The HR person will sign off to have her Part B. Right at the bottom it says, I want my Part B effective date, either 7/1 or 8/1. But it being Wednesday the 26th, it might be hard to get the Part B turned on for 7/1. So guaranteed it would be easy for an 8/1 effective date. Make an appointment for tomorrow for them at the office. It's free. Consultation's free. And we are paid commission. When someone buys either a Medicare Advantage or a Medicare supplement from me, we make about $127. So we are paid a commission. We pay taxes on that like everybody else, so it's around $97 to $98. But you multiply that by 1,000 clients, and I'm doing okay. So I don't charge for consultations. As a matter of fact, as an insurance agent for my group insurance, which I'm lucky to have, we get 2 to 3% commission from the carriers. There will be no charge. I advise them what to do, and I hope that I earn their trust, that they come back to the building and buy from G.S. Regan. The phone number, are they local or out of the area?
Yeah, they're in Watertown.
Okay, so 203 757 6099. And we're open from 8:30 to 5 every day. They simply make an appointment and come right to the building.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I know your address. I don't know the exact number. You're on Wolcott Street, aren't you?
You're a good man. I got to put you on the salary.
Yeah, I put a political sign for Mayor O'Leary last year, and you had the other opposition on. You're a good guy. You're a smart businessman. You had both signs.
You can't discriminate. You got to have him. You got to have this one. I got to have my girlfriend, Senator Hartley, who I love. You got to be open-minded. My clients, their money is just as green, no matter what political party, ethnicity, race, whatever it is. I just sell insurance, and I do it well. So it's 447 Wolcott Street, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much for the phone call. Tom and I are smiling. Yeah, we need more than that. Producer Nick, the YouTube genius. We should take a break, right? Keep it short. All right, when I get back, by the way, I'm going to read the Waterbury Observer. My buddy John Murray gave a beautiful full-page ad. And in the ad from last week's show or 2 weeks' show, I think the specific date was May 8th, there's an article discussing that Dr. Sadiq, I don't want to take it all away, but when I get back, I'm going to read it to you. Producer Nick is starting to make a name for himself. We'll be back in a few.